Hi. Welcome, fellow detectives, to another video on this channel, and it has been, again, some time that has passed since I last uploaded. But regardless, we're gonna dive into another episode on the researcher's first murder, the picture postcard puzzle with a lot of text, 100 pages in particular, that need to be solved in order to solve 10 murders. So for those of you that might appear new to this channel, this is the book that is of my concern. And probably most of you have recognized that there was a deadline, and that deadline was the end of February 25. So everyone that submitted before that deadline could become a confirmed solver. So it was about 6 months that you had time to solve this murder mystery. In fact, for me, it was like 5 months because my copy arrived quite late. Watch the early videos to get more on that. But never mind, I didn't submit. Probably because on the one hand, I was too distracted due to work and other projects. And on the other hand, I was too lazy, to be honest, to dive as deep into the text as I might have needed to do. But luck is with me, and I started chatting with some great persons throughout Reddit and other channels, and they helped me to kind of get some progress done. And as well, I've made some new friends, probably, and that is great. And luckily, at least one of these is a confirmed solver, so I can check my progress against their solution, and I know when I will be right or when I'm wrong. But that's just the baseline for today's video. I did not submit, I am not a confirmed solver yet, but I'm on my way to go there, or to become one. And I was kind of surprised that only 24 people solved the murder mystery of the researcher's first murder. That is, as far as I know, the official number. I don't know who won the £1,000 because I don't think it was published yet. But as I said, I could start later, so that was kind of, from the beginning, I did not aim to be the first. Because everyone needs to go in his or her own pace, so just have fun with the puzzle. But what about my progress? My progress is actually all the 100 pages ordered and put into the corresponding chapters. I have also found all the extra characters in all the pages, so I know what to look for. And that is great, because that is probably the biggest chunk of information. And now I'm working on solving each chapter individually, so I get to know the essence and all the elemental steps to understand the story in detail. And it is going down to the detail, because once you've ordered a chapter, it is quite easy to grab the basic plot around it, so you know where it is located, roughly at least. You know probably some names as well, and you know the basic idea of what is happening. And I'm planning on doing a lot of videos on these chapters, probably each chapter individually, and I'm gonna spoil things there, kind of help you with a solution once I am there myself. Because there are so many references, and even confirmed solvers said they are not done unraveling all the references. Because of course, some of them are not necessary to solve the whole murder mystery. Some are just for fun, and I think there's at least one line that is like, you can spend some time on this, but you don't need to in order to get progress. So stay excited for that one. There's gonna be a bunch of videos regarding the solution at the end. And I'm still planning on doing a full review once I'm done, but let's not talk about how I will become a solver one day. Let's dive into some details. And because this is kind of an update video and I'm just gonna speak some things and tell you what I did in the past weeks, I want to highlight my first approach, and I think I have mentioned that beforehand, but never mind. When I got the puzzle, I started to read all the pages, and that is very basically what you do. And I rather focused on the picture postcard side. I think the best approach is to work with the text first, and in parallel use the maze to kind of get a sense of the locations. That's probably the easiest way to start. I started by reading all the pages and marking everything that seemed odd or worth to know. And the more I've read and the more I knew, the more I deleted these marks in my digital version. Because some things just weren't necessary for progress, and other things were just kind of wrong. They were not wrong, but they didn't help me to get something out of the text. So with that being said, don't overestimate marking things in the text. What did help me indeed was a spreadsheet, so you can put everything from the original order, which is linked down below as always, to the start and the end of every page, to kind of some additional columns where you put like locations, additional letters, references, names, etc. So that kind of gives you more of an orientation which page goes with another one and may help you to connect things. Another very important thing that I've learned is don't try to connect cards. Most of the connections that seem like they belong together do not belong together. For example, Hadrian's, I think there are 2 pages ending with Hadrian's, and it is never wall. Although this is the very obvious choice, it is not wall. But for both words, to give you a hint, an L is the 3rd letter of the word following. So don't spend too much time connecting pages, rather try to sort them into chapters by what may happen in these cards. And for that you need to read these pages as often as you can. For now, my job is pretty easy because I have the right order of the cards. I know where some extra characters were hidden, so I know the right meaning of a word implemented that might also be important for some pages. And I can now more easily understand what is happening. Because of course, if you only have 2 or 3 cards in a run, it is way more difficult to understand the plot. Regarding the names, I still have to figure out most of them, roughly 50% of them, but I'm quite confident to get there, because there are often more tips than one for a specific name, so there's kind of a confirmation that your name that you find from one clue needs to fit to another one. And honestly, this video is kind of a mid video because I just wanted to give you an update, to upload again and to tell you where I succeeded and where I failed. And it feels like I still need to put some more effort into the videos and into the puzzle itself. But I've talked about the at least small frustration I had during the past weeks because I did not progress enough. And then I got some tips and then it finally clicked, and still the dopamine hit is great. Because once you figured out a certain thing or a location or a person's name, it gives you kind of a little part where the fog is gone and you see clearly and you can understand why a person is doing something, for example, or where they are. And that is great. And then you get into the details and you understand the tiny tweaks that John Finnemore had written into this puzzle that make it kind of a pretty fun thing to read. And I already noticed that The Researcher's First Murder is way easier and more readable than Kane's Jawbone once it's in the right order. But still, there are some crossword clues and kind of weird sentences that don't make sense in a readable sense, but kind of in the sense of the puzzle, and it just belongs there as part of the puzzle, but it could be written way easier too. And there once was the question in the Reddit threads, I guess, whether it could be made as a movie, and I don't think so because it would spoil the whole thing, but at least it could be written in a readable version, so all the clues solved and kind of directly tells you what the persons are doing. Long story short, this is just an update video, just a short notice for all of you. In my score sheet that I've built, I have order-wise, murder-wise, month-wise, and letter-wise. I completed 85% in total. So there are basically not that many steps to be taken, but still some stairs to climb. And I hope you still want to follow my journey, because I'll promise I'll upload a full solution, and I'm already thinking about the most entertaining way to present the solution, because I don't want to just kind of easy spoil it, but maybe there are some nice twists that I can implement as well. And then probably in April, they count on me. I'm gonna solve it until April. So in April, there's gonna be a video where I say I completed the researcher's first murder. I need the commitment. That's it for today's video. If you're just getting started with the researcher's first murder, there are some videos that might help you getting started. There are also some guides on all the picture postcard sites, which are linked down below or in the info cards or at the end of this video. So feel free to watch them, kind of get spoiled. But I think I put a spoiler warning in each and every video, so should be easy for you to kind of get some tips and clues. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. We eventually grow, and that is great. Keep up with the journey. There are gonna be more videos to come, and in April, it's gonna be solved. And before that, I will publish another video for sure. So stay tuned. Bye.